What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today for the review of The Real Housewives of Dallas. This is season 5, episode number 4, titled Whine, Connoisseurs. So, you guys, without further ado, let's get into this episode review, shall we? I think my camera's a little tilted. All right, you guys, this episode was, it was all right. So let's start up with Cameron. It wasn't really much with her. So you guys know in the last episode they had the 50th birthday party for Carrie, and all the girls got drunk, including Cameron, which is a total shock. She puts up this Miss Prissy, high society Dallas person, and I'm surprised that she got drunk. So, she's talking to her kids the next morning. Stephanie comes over and her friend Jen also comes over, and they are discussing the party from the night before. They are talking about the fact that both Brandy and Carrie got home at 5 a.m. Like, damn, 5 a.m. in COVID? The fuck did y'all go at? The fuck did y'all do? Because it depends on what time when did Dallas start back filming? Dallas started back filming. Okay. Well, bars weren't open when they started back filming. Bars were not open when they started back filming, and most things close here at 10 o'clock at night. Bars weren't open then, and they're still semi-open now. If I was Eduardo and Ryan, I would have questions. Where did they go? Where did they go? But that's neither here nor there. So then God, Cameron, girl, it wasn't that deep. You didn't eat the chicken foot that Tiffany wanted you to eat. Why are we putting? I mean, that's my whole gripe with what's her name, Cameron. Whenever Cameron finds an issue that she has with anything or anyone, she harps on it. She's like a dog with the fucking bone with it. She will not let the shit go, and it's just like, damn, let it go. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. Move the fuck on. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Ooh, God, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say your name in vain. Sorry. But geez Louise. Let's move on. Let's talk about Tiffany. Went on line with Tiffany, but I will say that I do really enjoy Dr. Moon. I really enjoy her. I enjoy her a lot more than the last Tiffany that we had. If you guys remember Tiffany Hedra, however you pronounce her last name, from season 1 of Real Housewives of Dallas. So we see Tiffany, and she's getting her ACLS training. I still don't know what it was 100%, but I do love the educational aspect of the episode and Tiffany. I liked when she was talking to her daughters about, where do you listen, where your stethoscope. I can never really say that word correctly. It's stethoscope. So she was like, where's your stethoscope? And, where do you listen to the heart? You listen to the heart up here. Where do you listen to the lungs? You listen to the lungs from the back. And, like I said, she's doing her training. She's giving out, the medical, the medical lingo. I'm glad they put it on the screen because I had no idea what the hell she was talking about. Although I did, I think I should go back and finish that nursing degree. Although I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do with it. I don't think I want to be a nurse, but I started it, so I might as well finish it because I'm literally about a year or so almost finished with that nursing degree. So I guess I should go back and finish it, huh? Because if I had stuck with it, I would have graduated just before coronavirus. There is no way, and I think this is one of the reasons why I think I don't want to do it. Why did I go? I went to nursing school because I wanted to learn more about the oncology. I want to educate myself on oncology. That is, you know what? We might as well do it. After we get this master's degree, and my production degree, we will finish that nursing. Okay, I think I made a plan for myself. Think I made a plan for myself. The last thing that I want to say is, her daughters are so cute. Love them, her daughters. One of them was like, "Well, can you ask your boss if you can stay home?" It's so cute. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. It wasn't much with Brandy in this episode, but I am going to talk about Brandy, and we're going to get it out the way. So, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but I'm going to talk about it real quick. So, they're planning a party for Brandy for her birthday. I think she's 42 years old. So they cut over to a scene with Brandy. Brandy is in the mirror talking to herself, I guess giving herself positive affirmations, so to speak. Now, I do like Brandy, so if anybody doesn't like Brandy, that's your problem. I mean, I ain't gonna say your problem. That's your prerogative. I've said this even when I was reviewing and when I did the third and fourth seasons. I liked all the women respectively. I even like Leanne. But the thing that I'm going to say is, although I like Leanne and I like Brandy, I can always call people out that I like on their bullshit. Those positive affirmations, Brandy, again, I like you. I really do. But that was complete bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It was just bullshit. I'm just like, okay, I guess you gotta. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this. I really don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I don't. I'm gonna say this once. I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be my last time saying it. But I don't think, I know people don't like Brandy, and I know people say Brandy she was racist because of what she did with the Asian jokes. I didn't agree with the Asian joke. I thought it was classless and tacky as hell. I did. And I'm going to say the same thing for Leanne. I don't think that Leanne is a racist. I think what Leanne said was stupid and ignorant. Everything that Leanne said last season was ignorant as hell. I thought you were all Mexican and strong. Or, the chirpy little Mexican. What else did she say? She slept with plenty of Mexicans. Julio Iglesias. See, that was my issue with Leanne last season. She kept saying shit, and then she kept saying she didn't remember stuff. We're not here to talk about that. That was last season. We're moving forward. But yeah, like I said, I call bullshit on Brandy. It is what it is. I'm sorry to not sorry, but that was bullshit, Brandy. I know you said that you tried to commit suicide. I'm not going to take away from that. But the positive affirmations that you was giving yourself, bullshit. Moving right along. All right, you guys, let's talk about Carrie real quick. With Carrie, it wasn't a whole lot with Carrie either in this episode. So we did see Carrie, and Carrie was talking to her daughter about. She showed her photos that she took for her 50th birthday, and she asked her daughter what did she think about it. Her daughter said she liked them. So then they discussed her going to her school. Well, the daughter's going to school online, and then she also talks about the fact that she has anxiety and depression. And this with the year that 2020 was, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have anxiety and depression based off of what we dealt with. Hopefully, greener day, better days are ahead of us. Because I mean, even even at the beginning stages of COVID, actually, I had an anxiety attack. I had an anxiety attack back in March. I had an anxiety attack because when my job was telling us that we were gonna have to come and work from home, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not for me. Like, I don't want to be at home every day. Because actually, at first, when we came to work from home, it was supposed to be for 2 weeks. We were supposed to be home for 2 weeks, and then they would see how things were, and we would probably be moving back into the office. But 2 weeks turned into March. Shit, it'll be a year in March. So yeah, I understand where she's coming from because, like I said, I had an anxiety attack, because I'm like, I'm gonna be at home all day by myself, and I had just started the job, and we had just got out of training, so I was like, this is not conducive for me, for someone who deals with anxiety, and someone that also has depression. And then also too, coming home, it was like I live by myself, and I don't. When I'm at home, I think about a lot of things. Like I think about my mom and my grandmother, who are no longer here. But when I'm at work, I'm able to interact with different people, and kind of take my mind off of what I'm feeling. So that was another thing. But I do like the Kira said, she's her and both her daughters said that after she found out, she's a lot more engaging with her daughter. So that's a good thing. Let's move on. All right, you guys. Next, let's discuss Stephanie. So Stephanie has her mom and her brother-in-law over to her house. So you guys know Stephanie has this foundation that she's starting with the Holman name, and so Travis has given her an office space, and she's going to take some of the stuff that she has in the house to her office space. Now she has a bet with Travis that she has to get it up and running, the office, before he comes back, because Travis and the boys went out of town to see some family. So she's not hiring any movers, so it's just her and her brother and her mom. They're doing it. And I was really confused because when they were driving on the street, they managed to show the address of where where her, I guess, where his business is. And I'm like, if you live in Dallas, you know exactly where that is, because I live in Dallas and I know exactly I know where that office space is. And I used to work in Irving, because the office space is in Irving. I'm like, I know exactly where that is. The address is 1825 Walnut Hill. I think that's what it was, 1825 Walnut Hill Lane. I remember things. I have photographic memory. And I'm like, wait a minute. Stephanie, I mean, ooh, I don't know how you deal with it if that office is in Irving. I don't know how you deal with it. Because if you're on Walnut Hill, you're literally over there by DFW Airport. And you have to hear those planes flying over all day, every day, which is annoying as hell. How do I know? Because I used to work for Allstate over there in Irving. Allstate is literally right behind the airport. So every day you hear those loud ass airplanes just flying over. I mean, they fly over all day long. It's just nonstop. And after a while you do get used to it. But when I first started working for Allstate, I'm like, how do y'all listen to this shit all day? And they're like, you'll get used to it eventually. And after almost 2 years working there, I did get used to it. I mean, there would be certain times that you could hear them. It's like, damn, because when they come back, it's like really low. But yeah, congratulations to Stephanie. We see her and her mom. They're painting the office, and they're both talking about their husbands. And it seems like Stephanie married her father. She's talking about how she feels like before she got with Travis, she was in social working. But when she got with Travis, she felt like she took a back seat to him. I hate hearing women say that they feel like they take a back seat to a man. I really do. I want the best for Stephanie. I really like Stephanie. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, let's talk about Deandra. So, earlier in the episode, Brandy and Carrie went over to her house after the party, and she managed to give them some margaritas, although they were still hungover. So they discussed the party, and Carrie has no recollection of anything. She didn't remember the cake. She didn't remember, the wine, them showering her with the wine. But she did remember throwing, not Stephanie, but Tiffany in the pool. I'm with Deandra. If you know that the woman can't swim, why would you throw her in the pool? And she's drunk. Let her get her floaties and then throw her in the pool. Then, Deandra starts talking about Tiffany's accomplishments. I guess Kara felt some type of way. I don't know. I don't honestly care. Now I will say, so the next thing we saw with Deandra, what the fuck? I'm starting to see why they call her a hypochondriac, because all that shit that she took out of her purse, I'm like, what the fuck is all of that shit? It's just too fucking much. So then Stephanie came over, and that's when they just started discussing the birthday party that, Brandy's birthday and what they want to do to celebrate her birthday. So they're going to go to a winery in Grapevine. Now, Deandra, I, she was talking about how, when you want to get out of Dallas, you go to Grapevine. They will go to Grapevine. Grapevine is not that far, especially not from where you live. Grapevine from where you live is, at the least, it's about, because Grapevine from me is 17 minutes. Where I live at, Grapevine is 17 minutes away from me. Where Deandra lives from where I live is about, Deandra lives in Highland Park. She lives in Highland Park. So Highland Park is about 15, 20 minutes tops away from where my apartment is. So if you say, 20, 17 minutes, so you're looking at roughly 37 minutes away from her. I was going to say 30 to 40, about 30 to 40 minutes. So Grapevine ain't that far, but okay, Deandra, I'm going to give it to you. Grapevine is far from you. So she's talking to Jeremy about this letter that she wrote to her stepmother and her brother, and her and Jeremy are going to drop it off in the mailbox. So then, like I said, they were planning this party at the winery, which I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was a winery in Grapevine. I wonder if it's near because she was talking about where you can go shop at. So I'm wondering if that is near the Grapevine Mills Mall. I wonder if it's near Grapevine Mills Mall. Now see, that's a whole interesting thing in itself as well. Grapevine Mills Mall. It's technically in Irving, but it says Grapevine. That's the one thing about Dallas that I think is ridiculously stupid. These lines. The lines of Dallas. Like, if you live in Dallas, you know what I'm talking about. Because, like, where I live at, one part of where I live at, like, if you go maybe a mile up from my apartment, you're in Dallas. When you come by where my apartment is, you're no longer in Dallas. I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm at, but when you come by my apartment, you're no longer in Dallas. Now, if you leave my apartment and go, I'm probably going to be telling where I'm at. Well, if you go a little bit further past my apartment, if you go maybe 10 miles away from my apartment, you could be in Richardson. You can be in Richardson. Another direction is out my shoulder. I'm not going to say that one because that'll definitely give away where I'm at. If you go another maybe 5 miles away, you're in Plano where Brandy lives. These lines are so stupid. The Dallas lines are the dumbest that I've ever saw in my life. Farmers Branch, Carrollton, Addison. What else is there? Louisville, McKinney, Allen. What else is there around here? That's it that I can think of right now. I'm stretching this out to make this video a little bit longer if you guys haven't figured it out. So the winery, I will say the one thing that I'm tired of seeing, the face shields, but then I have to remember it's Texas. So in Texas, you would think that COVID is over with. Like you would really think that COVID is over with here in Texas. It makes no sense to me how free we are in Texas, thanks to our dumbass governor Greg Abbott and some of our dumbass senators, i.e. Ted Cruz. God, Texas, we gotta vote him out. I don't know what it's gonna take for this state to go blue and vote Ted Cruz and his cronies out in 2 years, but we gotta do it. Because these motherfuckers don't believe COVID is real in these streets of Dallas, or Texas in general, Texas. All right, so they head to the winery. Deandra has this mannequin called Captain Brandy carrying What's her name? What's her name? Carrie and Cameron are plotting to get rid of Captain Brandy. Why did the Angels stick Captain Brandy in her bushes? And not in her bushes, her garden. Thought that was funny. And once they got, Carrie was getting on my nerves, complaining about so much shit. It's like, girl, shut up. Sit the fuck down and shut up. But you guys, that was Real Housewives of Dallas. I ain't got nothing else for you. We off for here. Like this video, leave your comments and subscribe to the channel. Excuse me, y'all. Hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop things else. Share this video. Get down in the description bar. Go check out my affiliate link and also go subscribe to my planner channel, my planner Instagram, my regular Instagram, my Twitter. Everything is in the bottom bar below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm doing the review for Sisters on BET. I'm doing Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. And I'm also I'm not reviewing. It's just going to be a drag session of Kelly Dodd on the Real Housewives of Orange County. So until then, you guys have a great night. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear your mask and socially distance. And we will all get through this together. And I'm off, you guys. So good night. Bye, guys.